So don't shy away from any of the emails that we send out. If you think you might be interested, you're welcome to join. If you later find out that it's not something that fits your where you are in life, and that's fine. We'll always find something for somebody to do that's willing to do something, so we appreciate it. Captain Moran, who's the commander of the 9th District, isn't here tonight, but he's got 2 of his officers here tonight. We've got Sergeant Murphy, who's one of the 9th District supervisors, and Tim Cavanaugh, who's the footbeat officer for the Central West End, the Euclid footbeat officer down here. They did not want a speaking part tonight in front of everybody, so instead of making them, they'll be available if anybody's got any questions about what's going on in the neighborhood. Tim Cavanaugh is a huge resource. He's been doing this for quite a while in this area. So if you've got any questions, feel free to approach him after the meeting. The idea of the meeting is to be at least no more than an hour, so we're still on schedule for that, and I think we'll break a little bit early. We also have in attendance tonight several security providers that operate in this area. Okay, the officers that you see on bikes, those officers are paid for through the NSI, through the special business districts that are funded by your taxes. So those officers work for a security company called the City's Finest. Their representative isn't here tonight, but you see them rain or shine, snow, I hope, and they're rather visible in the area. What we also have is security officers. They're not police officers, they're security officers. They work for a company called A1 Private Investigations. The owner of that is Mr. Roger Spearman. He's sitting back here. Roger, how are you? Fine. Currently, they patrol the Central West End South Special Business District and the Southeast Special Business District from the hours of 10 at night to 6 in the morning. They drive on a golf cart. They'll see them up and down the alleys if you're up at that hour, and do a great job of alerting residents if they've accidentally left their garage doors open or if their dome lights on in their car. And then also we think just their presence has a strong effect on deterring crime in the neighborhood. We also have Mr. Gary Cole. Gary Cole is the owner of Gary Cole Investigations, GCI, which is formerly High Tech. It's been, hi Gary. George Venegoni is his partner back there and helps with their security issues. They still have a strong presence in the Central West End and the Cathedral Square area, so they're security providers. These are good opportunity to ask these gentlemen questions if you have any of them. I don't know if I forgot anybody. Tony, I didn't even recognize you without.
Well, it's summertime.
Without your dog treats, I was going to say.
But I'll tell you what. One of the things I've been noticing here recently, especially the last 2 or 3 months, in our area right here, the Central West End, I'm talking about the central section here, I've seen next to nothing going on. Thanks to the secondary officers, A1, and any of the other security officers who've been in the area. This place has been so quiet, I've gotten scared.
I've said this before, there are, Miss Joyce, she's married now, but anyway, I just call her Jennifer. She's heading to another meeting down the Forest Park Southeast neighborhood, and let me tell you, most neighborhoods would fall all over themselves to have what you have here in the Central West End in the NSI. You're fortunate to have that property tax that helps fund security patrols, because as the budgets of the police department and the city of St. Louis get stretched further and further, communities that have the resources like the Central West End here are very fortunate to be able to have that. So when we talk about neighborhood patrols, we've got a neighborhood patrol up and running, and it's in the form of security officers and police officers. That's not to say we can't organize some residents to periodically go out and see for yourself. But you know, I think where we're going to get our most bang for the buck is to organize in supporting prosecution of cases that occur in the Central West End and supporting our victims who become victims of crime. So, Neil Miller, for those that don't know, is a resident of the Central West End, and he's also an attorney that works in Jennifer Joyce's. He's another seasoned. Maybe it's a men are okay with the term seasoned, I guess. He's a very seasoned attorney, and fortunately he's a resident, so he's a great resource. You know, that's how you get things done in life, is develop those relationships with people and rely on them. Neil has helped us already out tremendously. So if you've got any questions offline that you'd like to ask Neil about cases, which, why did cases take so long, all that, why isn't, you know, our last, when we went down, I said the hearing was at 9 o'clock, well, I misspoke. The report time is at 9, nobody knows whenever the judge decides to hear the case is when the actual hearing is, so I got to be careful how I word things on emails, but I hope that some of you are interested or we know somebody that lives next to you that maybe, you know, they're retired or semi-retired and they're just an outgoing person that would like to get involved and could really use some people getting our program up and running. It's really a good opportunity to actually take part. You'll be able to see the change that happens. You know, these criminals they don't come down here and do one crime. It seems like some of the crimes I've been tracking, there was a gentleman that robbed somebody at Maryland Plaza there. He was good for 3 other robberies in South St. Louis. So our case was the best out of all 3 of them. So it's really going to take our case to put this guy in the penitentiary where he belongs. But we see that time and time again with these offenders. Don't commit one crime, they commit multiple crimes. So not only are you helping the Central West End, but you're also helping our city as a whole. So, yes.
Joe, are you still having the meeting this Saturday for the victims?
Yes, this Saturday there is a training class downtown at the Circuit Attorney's office. It is a victim support training class. It's 4 hours from 8 to noon. I don't think I can ask anybody else to attend. They have another one coming up in June, so if you can't attend this one and you're interested in getting involved in this, it's just a 4-hour training class. They just want to make sure you understand what's going on, and there's some confidentiality involved in it when you're being exposed to police reports with sensitive information in it. Just they're lawyers, so they like to do the lawyer thing first. But the program's had huge success throughout the city and neighborhoods. And we are going down, there's a group, we've had some cancellations, which is okay. So if you're interested, I can see if I can slide you in under somebody else's seat. But if not, we can certainly get you in the June class and certainly get you on our committee to spearhead this endeavor. So if that's something that moves you and you're the least bit interested, please show up. I'll be sending out some emails when we have the next meeting where we can all meet as residents in one room. So, yes, sir.
Is it a separate group that will get the emails like you had sent out about attending the bond hearing or whatever? Is that separate from what you had just sent?
Yes, I've kind of grouped everybody into like a court watch program. Some people will be victim advocates or victim assistants. Some people, that's not really something they feel comfortable doing, so they'd rather just attend court hearings, which is huge, very important. So yes, I think I commingled the groups a little bit and sent the email out to everybody, but we'll hopefully have a core group of people that just want to attend court, and there's some training that Rachel, who's introduced, the woman in the back in the blue, Rachel Smith can do a brief training. We can have it here or something. Just talk about court etiquette, things to say, things not to say to a judge, right, Neil? Things to help your cause and things that to